Welcome to Fallout 76. This is Jim. In this video, we're going to take a look at completing daily challenges for today, Tuesday, September 17th, 2024. Let's take a look and see what we got for today. Alright, let's look at some good ones here. I have many videos on my channel that will help you guys out and give you different ideas, different locations, easy areas, hard areas, over there if you're a brand spanking new player to the game. You're a returning player, even if you're an experienced player, there's a particular daily or weekly challenge that's giving you a hard time or trouble. I'm sure you'll find a video on my channel that will help you. Try to keep my videos as updated as I possibly can. And of course, you guys are awesome with great comments and tips, which I greatly appreciate. Okay, we just did have a little bit of an update to the game on the Xbox Series X, and I have a 8.93 gigabyte update. That's pretty cool. So it being Tuesday, we not only have our daily challenges that we get, we also get some nice fresh weekly ones. So now is a good time to use a score booster drink. If you take a look at the top right hand corner of the screen, you will notice I have a 15% boost. That is a natural boost, being a Fallout First member that I get on the current Season 18 Season Pass, so just an FYI. So I do have 7 booster drinks, so we're going to go ahead and activate that. Your score boost will increase by another 25% for 24 hours. Of course, we can only use 1 score booster drink at a time. Let's go ahead and do that. Now we have a 40% boost. Now I plan on doing these, within the day. So you know what, that's definitely a good time to do it. And over there you can gain some better traction on the old scoreboard. Okay, let's take a look here. Take a look at this one here first. Gain XP 2500. So again, we had this one here last week, and they did fix it from previous 16 and 17 season passes. Basically, for this particular daily challenge, it only awarded us, I think it was like 34 or 35 score, so it was a little bit annoying that we had to force a reroll to do that one. But this one here is actually the right amount of score, so that's pretty awesome. So to gain XP, there's a couple ways you can do this. Now, if you do have lunch boxes, you can buy in the Atomic Shop if you so wish. Now, you don't have to. You can also buy them using tickets if you have them off the season passes. Right down here in utility where you can buy the lunch boxes. Sometimes they go on sale and sometimes they don't. So just an FYI, so that gives you a little bit of XP when you open them up. Or if you're on a public server with other people like to kind of share their lunch boxes with other people playing events. That way there you can gain some XP that way as well. It's just an FYI, that's something you can do. Let's go ahead, we're going to go down to our item section. The lunch boxes will be under aid. Let's go ahead. Now I believe we can only stack 4. Open up all 4 here just to kind of go through. Right. Now, the second way you can do it is you can also join a team. Now, if you just go to your main map screen here, you go social. Now, you can create your own team if you so wish, but you can also join another team. Now, as you can see, every team gives you bonus XP. Even this one down here is under casual. Bonus intelligence will always give you a little bit of XP as well. So you can always join. I recommend events or casual myself, depending on whatever you want to do, of course, but you will get bonus XP that way as well. So just a little bit more of an XP boost you can give yourself to help yourself. So as we kind of go along in this video, we'll see what pops up, and I have a track so you guys can see how it's tracking when we go ahead and kill some enemies. All right, let's take a look at the next daily challenge. Let's go ahead, ferment an alcoholic beverage 3. Okay, so what we're going to do is we actually have to craft fermentable beer here first. Let's go inside our camp here. All right, so here is our chemistry station. We have a brewing station, and our fermenter is over there. So if you don't have a brewing station or a fermenter, basically you can get the plans from completing what's called Wasted on Newbies. And of course that is up here in Morgantown. If you come here to Fraternity Row, and there's a pie house, the one with the red door. As soon as you enter that house, it should trigger Wasted on Newbies. Going to bring you around Morgantown, do a couple quests. And you bring you right down here to Big Al's Tattoo Parlor. Biv, the old Robo-Brain, is going to get you to do a couple quests. And at the very end of that, you should get the plan for both of those workbenches. So just an FYI. Let's go to our brewing station here. We're going to go craft. Now the beer we're going to make is fermentable beer, 2 water, 1 corn, 2 razor grain, and 2 wood is what we need. We're going to craft 3 of these bad boys, and we're going to throw them in the fermenter. So we're going to do this one here first, because crafting the fermentable beer is not hard to do, but the fermenter does take real life gameplay time, anywhere from 12 to 15 minutes. So that's why we're doing this one here first. All right, so let's get some corn and razor grain. Of course, one of the best spots for that is right here at Silva Homestead for corn. Razor grain right down here at Billings Homestead, so let's pop over here today. The reason why I mentioned these 2 spots is probably one of the best spots. There's all kinds of it around. Now, of course, when you are harvesting any kind of crop or vegetable, whatever, there's a perk card that will help you out. It is called the Green Thumb. It's under Perception. You have twice as much when harvesting 4, so instead of 1, you pick up 2. So it is a huge time saver. It's a must-have if you're herbivore, but even if you're carnivore like myself, it just saves me a whole lot of time. And even if you're a person that is limited to public service, other people, you can come here and these fields be almost empty. And if you only have a couple crops, that card, you'll actually be collecting more bang for your buck. Okay. Now for every 1 corn, we're going to need 2 razor grains. So let's just grab some corn here. We don't need a whole lot. Oh, he disappeared. See that? Okay, so there's all kinds of corn there. Go to our food and drink section here, just to kind of show you. So we got 10 corn, so that's more than enough. And we're going to head down the road here towards the Billings Homestead. You'll find all kinds of razor grain down here. Now you can clear these areas out. Both areas have probably about 8 ghouls in total. It's up to you what you want to do, but we're just here for the razor grain. I'm just going to head up this way here. Okay, so here's our razor grain here, and again, we're going to need double razor grain. 6, 8, 10. We get 1 more. There we go, just in case. There we go. So we got our razor grain. Let's head back to our camp. We'll craft our fermentable beer. I do have older videos on how to do this. They're still valid today. The only difference is they have decreased the wait time. It used to be a lot longer, but it's a lot faster now. So that's the only difference. Let's go to out. We are going to need boiled water, Jim. Let's go back here. We'll go to our boiler. So I know everyone's not going to have a boiler, but in order to make boiled water, of course, 2 dirty water equals 1 boiled water. Okay, you get that from any stream or pond, whatever you want. Okay, let's go to our fermenter here. Let's go ahead and go craft. Let's craft our fermentable beers, 3 of them. All right, so now that we have our fermentable, we're going to get some XP that way as well, so that's pretty cool. We have our 3 fermentable beer, and now we're going to go right to the fermenter. Right now you can see on the right hand side, that's the fermenting slots. Okay, so we have 3 of 10, so we have all kinds of room. So if we go to the left side, my food and drink, we're going to put these 3 fermentable beers. You can see they have the yellow condition bar, so we're going to assign these over to the fermenter. You're going to see them go from the left hand to the right hand side. There we go, just like that. So there's all 3 of them. So the fermentable beer is now in the fermenter. And over the course, if you were to sit here and watch this, you'll see that condition bar go down, and to a point where all of a sudden it'll become one like this. It'll become a beer with a a black rectangle with a line through it, right? And that's how you know you've successfully fermented beer. Okay, so this will take again probably about anywhere from 10 to 15 minutes of real life gameplay. So if you do this, shut down your game and all that, it won't work. Okay, you have to kind of be active. All right, so just an FYI, you saw that little condition bar kind of go down there a little really quick there. So okay, so we'll just kind of keep that in there. Let it do its thing. Now you don't have to be in your camp. When you're doing that, you can be anywhere. So we'll see that pop up because I have it tracked. Bring some purified water here. There we go. Okay, what's next here, Jim? All right, so we get 2 on standby here. Let's go ahead and collect wood 20. So again, many great spots. We can collect wood literally anywhere in the forest is a good spot. Down trees. I find this is a good spot here if you come here to the Wayward. Okay, You just work your way down towards Flatwoods, cross the river, work your way back up. That's a great spot, nice and easy to find. Lots of down trees very reliably. We do have good old Helvetia here. We do have the yellow house that's on the corner, and it has a little woodstock pile in the back. Probably just one of the best spots. You guys have seen me bring you up here all the time. It's up here at Prickett's Fort. That is like all kinds of wood up there, all kinds of her. And that's where we're going to go ahead here today. So let's pop up here. But again, if you're not one for fast travel, don't have the caps, anywhere's in the forest, just kind of walk around. You can just even start up at Vault 76 and walk down to Flatwoods, and you'll be able to get all kinds of wood. Alright, so we're not going to bother interacting with these guys. We're just going to head right up to the buildings here. Alright, so we have wood right here. So as we harvest wood, we'll be harvesting or collecting anywhere from 2, 4, 6, or 8 to 8 scrap pieces. Now, the perk card that we're going to show you here doesn't necessarily going to help us with this daily challenge, as I'm going to explain here in a second. But this perk card is under luck. It's called Woodchucker. So collect twice as much when harvesting wood. So if you're looking to kind of modify your camp or build a new one, you need lots of wood. And basically, this one here is really good to equip if you have it to gather your wood. But it's not going to help us out with the daily challenge. So as we're going to explain here, so watch the top left-hand corner with the screen when I go ahead and gather. So 2 wood scraps added, but we only get credit for 1. Okay, so that's why that perk card's not going to help us out. But basically, I'm just going to go along here. I'm just going to spam this button, and there's going to be all kinds of wood to be had. You even grab that little hatchet there, axe, whatever you want to call it, and just collect all kinds of wood here. You can do the same thing. There's there we go. Collect wood 20 for 20, just like that. Now there's also other little wood piles here as well. Most of these buildings will have fireplaces, all kinds of wood in them as well. So that's a really good spot if you're looking for wood, hands down. End of story. Definitely one of the best spots. All right, and if you have Woodchucker, even more wood, right? All right, what's next here? Alright, let's take a look at this one here. Kill a Gulper 3. So many great spots we can find Gulpers in around the wasteland. Of course, we have good old Gulper Lagoon. We can find 4 of them up here. You used to be able to find 6 very reliably, but we can only find 4 here now. Right here at the Dire Chemical. If you spawn here at Dire Chemical, you actually spawn up the road here. And basically, when you look down, there'll be some Gulpers down there. Okay? And of course, if you're on a public server, you see at Sunday Brothers Cabin, you see Moonshine Jamboree pop up. There'll be so many Gulpers that show up to that event. Everyone on that server can fill their boots with Gulpers. Okay, we just need 3 of them. We're actually going to come down here to Dire Chemical just to show you that one. We have another daily challenge. We have to sell swamp tofu, and this is where we're going to find it. So I'm just kind of curious to see if there's any down here while we're here. What is this axe doing in my hand? Burp. We're going to go ahead and kill these guys. Right? Nice. Gaining XP as you see that popping up. Right, we killed our Gulpers. I don't see any of the swamp tofu swamp plants out. Let's take a quick glance around here. No, don't see any here, so we'll definitely come back here, but we probably have to go to another server. Just kind of curious while we were here. Check out, see if these guys have bloomed or not, but we'll come back here anyway. So let's pop up here to the Gulper Lagoon, and we just need one more Gulper. Again, we can find 4 of them here very reliably. Let's take out this guy here. He's over here by himself. And you gotta be careful here sometimes because these guys like to kind of hang out in the trees. you go, kill a Gulper. 3 for 3 done, just like that. Nice. Get some XP from that as well, as you can see that popping up from the left-hand side. That's why I like to track things, just so you guys can see it being done at the same time, right? Kill a Wendigo 1. So again, I do have lots of older videos, just like the Gulper ones on my channel when I first started out. I have a lot of such kind of standalone videos, I like to call them. And just watch the audio. Don't wear headphones because the audio is pretty bad on it, but it's still reliable, these locations today, because I still go to these locations once in a while. So we can find a Wendigo right down here in Lewisburg. Sometimes we can find one up here at the Three Ponds area, but that's a very low, I would say 25% chance we'll find a Wendigo down here. You can find a Wendigo right here at Dark Hollow Manor. Once when you spawn in, you're going to take a right, okay? I believe it's this way, don't quote me. But when you take a right from when you spawn in here, right at the gate, and you go around the building, there'll be a Wendigo that'll be glowing. Right, it's a pretty good spot there. Also, sorry, right down here in the ash heap, right here at Hornwright Air Purifier Site 3, there's a pretty good chance to find a Wendigo there as well. And all these I have videos on. And right here we have good old Haven Church. That's where we're going to pop over here today and check this spot out over here in the mire. Of course, the Wendigo Cave, but that guy there's a little nuts. Right, now we are going to find some ghouls here at the same time, so just an FYI on that. This place is kind of creepy. Get rid of these insects here. Right here looks like he's stuck in the water. Alright, you stay there, bud. Ow. Oh, maybe you got out. You got out. There we go. So there's our gain XP 2500 for 2500. Pretty cool. And of course, in the higher areas that you go, even if you go down to Skyline Valley region like Thrashers, they also give you a lot of XP as well. So it's up to you how you want to do it, but as you saw, it took very little effort to get that 2500 XP. All right, let's get this ghoul here. Again, there'll be some ghouls in here. Now, we do have a chance, instead of a Wendigo, it'll be a bloated, glowing one, so just kind of keep that in mind. That guy in the face, he's like, the guy just popped his head up. Oh, what's going on? I saw this guy here is just, oh yeah, there's a Wendigo right there, nice. So he's ravenous there, so that's pretty awesome. There's a Wendigo there today, so it's good that one popped in here for us. I thought it was just going to be a feral ghoul there at first when I first saw it, but that's pretty awesome. You can always collect your fiberglass off the Wendigos. Pretty good spot to get fiberglass off of Wendigos. Alright, so that's pretty good. That's Haven Church. That's pretty awesome. Alright, what's next here, Jim? So we'll wait for that there. Let's take a look at the... Yeah, we'll go and like a best build Camp 1. Now, I am on a private server, and I have had best build camp show up on private servers. Let's scan the map here. I don't see anything that popped up for us. And that's fine. We're going to have to server hop anyway to get our swamp tofu, so that's fine. Alright, so let's go ahead. We're going to server hop here. Let's quit. Now, our stuff in the fermenter should be fine. It should just carry over into the next server as we go. So let's go to a public one here. Alright, let's check the map here for best builds. So we're here on a private server. Public server, I should say, Jim. Right on. Like a best build camp 1. Right, so let's go ahead. We're going to try to find a best build camp on this public server with other people. See some people down there to start the caravan, so that's interesting. We'll be doing that ourselves at some point. Alright, so I don't see any best builds here. It's a little unfortunate. Okay, so let's pop over here to the dire chemical area. Alright, so at the same time, while we server hop, we're going to see if we got any plants that had kind of take care of these guys here. You can see these guys are back as when we server hopped. And as I say, server hopping is your friend in this game. Don't waste too much time on one server if you're not finding what you need, right? Okay. Alright, so I don't see any swamp tofu or swamp plants that have sprouted. It's unfortunate. Alright, let's check the map again for a best build. Just in case someone had spawned in. Sometimes they spawn in right away. Sometimes it takes a little bit of time. Finds a little annoying having these best build daily challenges myself. All right, let's go ahead and server hop again. And again, this is just something you have to do. I have to do it. Everyone has to. It's just one of those things. Some of us are a little luckier and they don't have to do as much, but it is what it is, right? All it does for me, it just extends the video. That's all it does for me. All right, we're on a server here with other people. Yeah, I'll stay on this world here. All right, so let's scan down here for the swamp plant, see if it has bloomed. And it looks like it has not, because we can see the swamp plant kind of blooming, and it has that kind of fluorescent kind of glow to it. Fortunately, we're not. Oh, we do have one right down here, actually. All right, so let's take a look at that now. Okay, so let's go ahead, sell swamp tofu to an NPC vendor one. So I do have standalone videos. I made one there within the last maybe 8 months showing you how to do this. Now, the main thing you got to remember, and I forget who had mentioned it there, but I got to try to find the name. But in order to find swamp tofu, you actually have to go to Ella Ames' bunker. And you actually have to start a quest called an organic solution from her terminal, okay? And Ella Ames' bunker is, right here. So it's one of the early on quests that we do here in the game as a low-level character, but that quest line is called the organic solution. And if you don't complete that, these little pods will never bloom like this. Oh, there you go. See, ferment non-alcoholic beverage 3 for 3. So you saw how we server hopped? And how it kind of kept going on. So there we guys go. That's why I track things, right? Not only for myself, because I'm getting old, but for you guys, so you guys can see it being done. Lock and load chip. There we go. All right, so again, an organic solution from Ella Ames Terminal. It'll be right on there, and it'll automatically pop up for you. Okay, I did that from my low-level character when I was there. All right, so if you don't do that, these blooms, these pods will never bloom like that. All right. So again, we can sell swamp tofu, so we're looking for the swamp plant. You have the 50% chance to collect a swamp plant, and sometimes it's just going to be a pod. So there's a strangler bloom. We do have the green thumb equipped, so let's go ahead and harvest. Strangler bloom. Okay, so we were unsuccessful in getting the swamp plant that time, so we have another one over here. Let's go ahead and try our luck with this one. Okay, let's cross our fingers here. Strangler bloom. There we go, swamp plant. So that's what we're looking for. As soon as you collect that swamp plant, you'll automatically learn swamp tofu as a simple recipe, okay? There's a couple other of those pods around, so when you see these strangler pods here, before they bloom, don't harvest them. Okay, don't harvest them. It'll be a really grave mistake because it'll take a while for these pods to come back. Okay, so just server hop like I did until you find them bloomed like we did, okay? And they're easy to spot out because how they kind of have that fluorescent kind of light to them. All right. And again, you can check out that video on my channel. I explain all that stuff. So now that we have our swamp plant, and again, 50% chance it will spawn and sometimes it won't, just like it did for that first one. So I'm glad to kind of show you both examples, how we didn't get it as compared to how we, you know, actually got it there that time. So that's pretty cool. That's awesome. Pretty happy about that, how that worked out. All right, so now we need to go to, now we need to cook it up. So where are we going to go here? We can go to any cooking station. We can go to someone else's camp, or we can go to our own camp, wherever. We'll just pop over here to Grafton Station. So you saw how I collected 2. Okay, of course, that's the green thumb. Read twice as much when you harvest flora. And that is a huge win. Okay, so green thumb is definitely a perk card that you definitely need to hang on to. Definitely don't scrap it, right? So this is the most important part. We have to actually craft swamp tofu. So here's our cooking station here. I'm going to go all food. All right, so we have swamp tofu right here. Again, it's a simple recipe you automatically learn as soon as you collect that swamp plant. Okay, so everyone should be able to do this as long as they are successful in getting a swamp plant. All right, let's go ahead and we will craft 2 swamp tofu. All right, we'll back out. So now that we have our swamp tofu here, now we can sell it to, as the daily says, sell swamp tofu to any NPC vendor. So basically any robot vendor at any train station, any robot vendor down at the White Spring Mall, right down here downstairs, okay? Even right here in Flatwoods, there's a robot vendor in the White Church. We do have Duchess over here at the Wayward. We have traveling merchants that go to our camp, so we have all kinds of options right here at this train station here. So we're just going to sell it to this guy. Go ahead and go trade.
Here, citizen.
Sell just one of these guys here. There we go. Sell swamp tofu to NPC vendor 1-for-1 done. I know a lot of people roll that guy, but I still try to kind of go through that one just to show how, it can be easier, can be a little bit harder. That one there wasn't too bad. It only took us a couple server hops to find. Okay, so let's check here for our best build on this server before we continue. So that's good that we were able to do that. All kinds of camps down there. We have a best build right here. So we are on a public server with other people, and we're going to take a look at this one here like a best build camp 1. So again, it took us a couple times to get here, but we actually found a server. So let's pop over here before they disappear. Let's just fast travel at shore. Now, if you don't have the caps, you can definitely utilize the free fast travels, depending on where they're at. All right, so now that we're here, oh yes, I think I've been here before. Yeah. All right, so we at this person's camp. It looks pretty cool, actually. I think I've seen this one before. It looks really, really sharp. It's probably one of the best camps I've ever seen. This person's camp here. These rocks here look like they're fairly new. I don't remember seeing these here before. But yeah, that's pretty awesome. Let's go ahead. I like how it has that little, that's like the shelter right there. Yeah, that's pretty cool. That's definitely getting a like for sure. Let's go ahead. We're going to go and we are going to select like. There we go. Like a best build camp 1-for-1 done. Just like that, guys. Just like that. And I think we are done. We are done there. Just perfect right there. Let's head back to our camp just so I can show you those alcoholic beverages before we take off. Just to show you how that changed from fermentable beer to the beer. Here's our fermenter. And as you saw how it follows along as we server hop. So there we guys go, just like that. So I went from that yellow condition bar down to the black bar with a line through it. There you guys go, just like that, guys. Nice. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please like, subscribe, and share when you have the chance. It really helps me out. I'd like to thank my channel members, Artistically Arranged, Boogaloo Bronson, Michael Edwards, Nigel Wiffen, Heather, Whitetribe, Robco, Mr. Shelton, Drake Stamps, Mr.Prince, Not Me But Me, Yes Me That's Me, G33K. Thank you all so very much. and I hope you all have a nice day.